In verse 26 of Matthew 16, Jesus asks that very famous rhetorical question. How could you benefit? How could you possibly benefit if you gain the whole world but forfeit your soul? Or what could you give in exchange for it? And we often would give that as an invitation to someone who might be considering a relationship with God. Mm-hmm. But I've learned that there are at least two things about that. First of all, if you go into that passage, I saw you had your Bible there, at the very top of the paragraph, Jesus is not talking to the crowd. He is not talking to the people who are considering following him. He's talking to his disciples. And that should cause us to take some notice.
Right.
Like, how is that true of his disciples then and now? What does that mean? And then further, I literally followed the little text note to the bottom of my page in the NIV, and it said, the Greek word for soul in verse 26 is psuche, also translated life in verse 25, which we think of as a high-intensity discipleship. If you would save your life, you must lose it, but if you would lose your life for my sake, you'll find it. And how could you benefit if you gain the whole world but forfeited your soul/life?